Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Weird Wednesday flight number 13. The time is approximately 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. It's our pleasure to welcome you aboard Flight 13 from a service from where you're currently at to destination of unknown origin. We suggest any carry-on items don't need to be placed or stowed prior to closing the aircraft. Your items of choice should be placed directly in front of you for easy ease of access. Food, drinks, and snacks of your choice are highly recommended for your comfort. Seatbelts are not required, but as a warning, we may experience some turbulence along the way. Be warned. On behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it's our pleasure to have you aboard with us this evening. The seatbelt sign has now been turned off, so it's time to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Well, howdy, howdy. Welcome to another Weird Wednesday. Get rid of this empty box up here.
I still hear that. Was that intentional?
Uh-huh. It's the lounge music.
Okay. Just making sure.
I was just seeing if it worked. How's everybody doing? Doing.
I got my computer back. Yay. Rar. I almost was going to contact you, Drake.
What was it doing?
The computer?
Yeah. What was it not doing?
Not being able to read my hard drive saying I needed to install an operating system. I kept thinking because the cats were slamming my hood down, it was a loose SSD connection. But I went through all the BIOS checks and the F2, the F10, and made a backup disk. Needed 8, but I got a 16 gig flash drive to make a Windows startup disk off of my mom's computer. But after all that, I said, one last thing I'm going to do is just open it up and check that hard drive. Sure enough, it was lifted just a little bit, but I thought maybe, because worst case scenario, I don't have my Sims and my game folders backed up, so eek. But anyhow, yay, it worked. I do see why my port doesn't work on this side. It's corroded, the whole little circuit thingy and all that, but I fixed it.
Cool.
And I had the tools I needed because I have a nice little kit, an iPad, like with the little screwdrivers, lifting things, all this stuff, and I watched videos and loose connection. Made sure I grounded myself, all that. But I kept saying I was determined it was a loose connection. I'm like, yeah, but the cat keeps slamming that lid. It can't be good. Like, I just have a feeling it's the connection. Because it seemed like everything else was working. It didn't make sense that the drive was dead.
Yeah, exactly. They're generally pretty.
But I was going to ask a friend of mine from high school that also happens to have my mom's office as their client, and then Yeah, I wasn't sure. It even said like take my rings and stuff off to make sure like not to do something. So I just did all that just to make sure because I didn't want to screw something up. But then I was talking to my mom and I said, Drake is very handy with computers. He might have some good advice.
Yeah. God, when I used to do computers, I would get. It was amazing how many calls I would get. People wanted me to come look at their computer. And like you think of the most basic stuff, like is it plugged in? You feel stupid for asking.
But you have to. Like, is it?
Yeah. Are you sure it's plugged in? It's like it's completely dead. It just won't even turn on. I'd get there, drive all the way over there, get there, go in their house. Here's the problem. It's not plugged in. As for starters, oh no, how that happened, you know? Yeah. And so then, you're like, do you charge them a service fee for driving all the way
Yeah,
there?
like a service call or
It's like I would get
yeah.
so many. I mean, like you think maybe one or two here and there. I would just get so many of those. One of them was a really good friend of mine. Drove to her house, which is like 30 minutes away. Get there, go in.
I
Like,
still charge a service call.
are you serious? She's like, what? I'm like, look at the plug. It's not in the wall. Of course your computer's not going to work because it's not fucking plugged in.
That's the first thing, everything. And remember like DSL when we had DSL and we had all those DSL filter if you had it, everything had a stupid filter on the end of it and you had to go through and unplug and de-staticize like all the filters and all of this and all of that. But it's like, did you do it though?
Mm,
Usually not.
yeah, the good old days.
That was yeah,
Good old
dial up.
when I used to have AOL and you had to pay by the minute, and like there was no local number to use AOL here. It was a Jacksonville number, and at that time that was long distance, even though it was only like 35 miles away.
I forgot about that. I had a local number. I forgot about that.
Yep.
I remember we had to like if we wanted to like send pictures, just like if you had a pen pal for a really long time, you like literally put it in the mail. And my first pen pal ever from AOL, from a chat room, a TV, like a movie chat room. I still remember the handle. I actually found on Facebook years back. So he's now a Facebook friend too, which is like funny because we've grown up through all these levels of
Technology.
internet. Yeah, like technology and
Mm. Yeah, the old days of AOL, man.
all the discs.
Yeah, that's how I got my Shin Mustard nickname. It was off the back of an AOL disc.
Oh, the code.
Yeah.
I liked having the discs though.
Yeah, I still got a couple of those around here somewhere.
Oh, like whatever old box of stuff I have from like, 10 years or more ago, definitely there's a disc or two in there.
And I got a bunch of these still too.
And then there was like those little tiny round ones, the little round ones.
Yep, yep, the mini discs. Yeah, I got a bunch of these.
Oh dear, yep. Is that a floppy drive? Extra floppy.
Yeah, I got a bunch of old artwork and like logos and all kinds of stuff on these discs. And yeah,
But it was so cool to have your little organizers and all your little discs, and you like pop it in. You got like, all your little stuff. Now it's like just everywhere. I'm horrible about organizing digital data.
Found
I
this
still have a MySpace up. I
Yeah.
can't get into it yet. Is there on?
I never canceled mine, so I should probably have one up too. Good. No telling what's on it. Let me look and see.
Well, the thing is, it has a picture of me and Jeff as the cover photo, which means somehow, and we got together in like 2009. So around that time, I still had a MySpace, but I was already transferring from like Facebook like a year or two before that, because I had a few Facebooks before this Facebook. And then I think my Instagram or Twitter was started in like 2010 or 9. The one that I'm using now.
Wow, I do have a MySpace still up there. How crazy.
Yeah.
I only see one picture. That's weird because that one picture is a picture that popped up on my Facebook memory thing just like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it one that you've posted yourself on Facebook though?
I looked at it and it's from like 2010 over something.
I haven't had someone try to hack it for me. He's like a hacker. I'm like, hey, you hack. I'm like, can you hack into my MySpace for me? And get into it.
Wants me to sign in. Let's see if it still works. App not active. Reload page.
I think mine might be under my married name. I gotta get the links put underneath the Facebook.
I'll have to look at that later on. Be interesting to see what pictures are on.
Yeah. I want to see yours. I wonder what picture I had. That's weird because that means I had to have had access to it and changed it like around that time in order to have a me and Jeff picture on it.
I forgot all about MySpace until you said that.
MySpace was pretty cute.
Yeah.
It was like our own personal little diary, kind of like our own like our bedroom. It made me think of like our bedroom when you have your friends over and your stuff on the wall and your things and your music and this and that. And it's all about you and people, come and talk to you, talk to them. It's like a place to kick it,
Yeah.
and that's the way it always felt to me. And I used to think it was so cool because it's like my own web. It's like having my own website on the internet because, like, at the time, things were different. But it's like, you can look my name up and there's my stuff, right there with, my things. And
Yeah.
it was fun for us Gen Xers and stuff like that. It was different. Good evening, Barry.
I couldn't tell you the last time I actually signed on to MySpace. I didn't even know it still existed until you just said it. I'm like, really?
So many people probably like clone and like rip like they're probably sitting ducks for like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What's up, Barry? Barry?
Barry. Just putting links. So what did you do this hump day? How are you adjusting to maybe you're not the right person to ask. Adjusting to the time change.
Dude, I was in the twilight zone bad. My brain screwed up enough as it is. And yeah, I didn't realize the time had changed. Yeah, I was talking to Jamie and I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I was just in the store. I went in and I swear it was like 4:30 and now they're closed. What's going on?
But it
Yeah.
still didn't make sense because I'm like,
Yeah. Time changed. Doesn't time normally change on a Sunday night at like 2 a.m.?
mhm. I thought
And
something like that. Or
like,
midnight Sunday. I don't know.
yeah, well, I guess it changed Saturday. I didn't even know it was changing. So that made it even worse because, the clock in my car was an hour off.
I had like
And
30 posts on like Instagram and everywhere going, don't forget the time goes back on Sunday. Fall
I didn't
backward.
get one of those. If I did, I didn't see it. But
And then
yeah,
our phones and stuff like that like automatically does it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad it's fixed too. They only changed one in the last 10 years.
mm, 2 a.m.
What changed it to Sunday at 2 a.m. for 10 years? So much we pay attention.
Yeah, I'm walking around in Costco and I'm like, I just got in there and I'm walking around in Costco and they're like turning the lights out and I'm in the meat department and they're like packing all the meat up, and taking it in the back. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Packing meat.
And finally, I walk up to a guy that was standing there with a big meat cart, and I'm like, "How long are you guys open till today?" "Oh, we close now." I'm like, "Oh shit! No wonder the lights are off." He's probably looking at me like,
What are you
"Um,
still shopping here for? Like, dude, we closing.
I'm just walking around. Nobody said, "Hey, by the way, dude, we're closed. Can I help you with something?" Nobody said anything. So I'm just walking around. I'm thinking, "Damn, it's dark in here. What's going on?"
I'm with you, Linda. Here, there, here, this way, that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then when I got out, I was like, "Shit, I need to get gas." But I guess if they're closed, I'm not getting gas because, like Costco is like the cheapest place out here to get gas. So I drive by the gas pumps and I'm on the way out and I'm looking and I'm like, well, shit, there's people getting gas. What the hell is happening? So then I had to go to Walmart because I didn't get everything I needed at Costco because I thought they were closing. Well, apparently they weren't closing. Apparently I still had like 45 minutes. I don't know why the guy told me they were closed, but whatever. I don't know what was happening. I still don't know. I'm not even going to think about it anymore. But yeah, the one place I park at Walmart, I come out and the lights just like the street light is just like on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. I'm like, God, it's Twilight Zone all over again. It's gonna get sucked up into the void.
Um, Drake, you say you're not in LA. They yell it on the intercom. The time change? Like the disaster intercoms? They're like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and all is well.
All good people are
Oh,
looking.
store closing? Wait, what? I think I got confused somewhere. It's not too hard to happen today. Like, before this came on, I had let Rob know that I'm really depending on him to function as at least half of my like thinking and brain tonight. But
Welcome to the new.
No, let's not. Say we did.
oh, that they're closing at the store? Yeah. Certain department stores and stuff I remember would do that, like, or Safeway. I'd be in there and it's like I knew I was close to it. Like there was still 15 minutes. And I'd be running in there. It's like, okay, I need like 4 things. And they're like, the store's gonna be closing at blah blah blah. It's like, I know. I just need to run and get this. Store's gonna be closing and blah blah blah. I know. Just need to grab this one thing. Running through the store. But I don't blame him. I want to get the F out too.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's when you just shut the door and let the people get their stuff that's in there. And then it's kind of somber.
Yeah, usually Walmart is like that. Like I went in Walmart, and they're like, Walmart will be closing in 30 minutes. It is now 10:30 p.m.
Please
Walmart.
take your items to the front.
Yep. And when they close here, man, they close. It's like if you're not in line, if you ain't ringing through at 11 o'clock, you just don't even get your stuff.
They just make you leave it out there.
Yep. They just don't even give a damn.
So I
11 o'clock, they turn around and walk out the door.
walk out the door. So people that are usually at Walmart, like observation, ID channel, stuff like that, usually between about 11:30 is a little early. Let's say 12:30, and 2:30 in the morning. Those are the people that are getting the plastic bins, the wheelbarrows, the shovels, the duct tape, the rubber gloves, the lime,
Yeah.
the bleach, stuff like that. They do get their hatchets in there too. They might go to a hardware store, but those are the times you always see these people walking through the store. They go, and we've got the video at the Walmart, like 2 hours after doing all this stuff, they've committed the most brutal crime. And there they are just walking through Walmart buying trash bags and the basic kit. There's like a kit. And then between like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, you get the day drinking crowd. Like if you want to really people watch, that's where you get the people who've been day drinking all day, especially if it's summer. You get some really good people watching. But it's the nighttime crowd at Walmart that's really, really sus.
Yeah. I used to like when Walmart was open 24 hours here. They close at 11 now.
Me too. You could go in there at 3 in the morning for a frickin' dartboard set if you needed one.
Yep.
Because
Yeah,
we did.
Yep, me too.
And some dominoes. It was that kind of party.
Yeah, I used to always go late night, because like you could always, like the people watching was epic. And I'd always run into Willie the Pimp there. He was
Oh, yeah.
a St. Augustine Walmart.
Didn't he pass?
Yeah, he made it in the whatever that book, The People of Walmart. He's in that.
I think we all have. But it's like you had the store all to yourself. You could bounce the balls in aisles and ride the bicycles and the skateboards through the store. Those were the fun days at Walmart.
Yeah. Here's a picture of Willie. We get a picture. Sam, I took a picture of Sam. You remember that one?
Yeah. You got one too, though, didn't you? Or was it you three?
Yeah. I got a couple of them. Here's Willie the Pimp. Share screen. Go ahead, do it. There's Willie. He was popular with the ladies.
Definite St. Augustine staple.
Yeah, I remember I went in there. It was like Halloween, and he had like a devil suit on, like this red. I'm like, dude, where do you shop at? Where do you find these clothes? But he had like this red devil suit on it was like pants and a jacket, and he had a cowboy hat like that had horns on it.
That's
So,
great. What is on the front of that hat? Is
the
that
front of
hair?
no, that is a scrubby.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like a bath scrunchie thingy.
Yep. It's like
Right on.
a black bouquet, scrunchy, 2 in 1.
Ah,
You can wear it as a hat accessory and take it home and take a bath with it.
yeah. Wipe your buns with it. Loaf of your buns.
Yeah, I gotta get a new loofah. The one I have,
Loofah.
pretty
I like the real loofahs.
yeah. That's what this is. I actually got it. I got it out of the closet like a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I had a, the loofah sponge, whatever, and there's a bunch of seeds in there too. So I may try to plant them and grow some loofahs.
Oh, see the ones I get, they're like dried out, and that the part where the seeds would be, it's just kind of like skeletoned out, and
Yeah,
they're like long, and you just cut like how much you want. When I was younger, they even had loofahs with like soap, like I think embedded into like one side of them. But we grew up using those
soap on a rope.
soap on a rope. The loofahs are the best.
Yeah, yeah. Our Walmart used to be 24/7, but once COVID came around, then they started closing it at 11, and God, they were closing it at 10, and then they bumped it up to an hour. They figured, hey, we're closing at 10 or 11, and we don't got to pay employees to stay all night. We're just going to keep it closed. It's funny. They had all, like, Walmart, all the grocery stores here. The aisles were like one way only, so you didn't have to pass anybody during the whole COVID closed down thing. I'm like, Jesus. Seriously, people? Yeah, they closed the beach here when we were having the whole shutdown thing. I'm like, so can't go to the beach where there's the most fresh air you could possibly, the
That
biggest,
was the most ridiculous.
yeah,
Like,
it's like the most open space you could be at. It's like the Atlantic Ocean for how many hundreds or thousands of miles out there?
but you want to put us inside with stagnant air and crap.
Yeah. Make sure you wear your
And we
mask.
needed to be out in the vitamin D. We needed the sun really bad. We learned.
Don't take ivermectin though, because that's worm paste for horses. It'll kill you.
Or Fenbin.
Yep. Don't do none of that. Eat Bill Gates fake meat
His special corn.
and potatoes.
That's McDonald's. If you eat any McDonald's French fries, it 100% came from a Bill Gates farm. His
They,
potatoes only go to McDonald's because they're made perfectly shaped without the eyes. They're the perfect potato for McDonald's.
yep. And I admit, McDonald's fries used to taste great. God knows what the hell I was actually really eating.
There's a recipe, an article I found, I read to my mom, where McDonald's actually, what happened is they found the magic shut off, like to how your body automatically gets the full feeling. They found the code between sugar, oil, and salt,
Yep.
the perfect combination to bypass that shut off in you to make you crave, because they say that's why like you have the french fries gone before you even touch the burger, and why you like keep eating, and how much like billions of dollars they put into researching like how to bypass people's hunger switch
Yep.
and keep them like addicted to the food. So
Yeah.
it's a total special equation. I'm gonna grab some Vicks for my nose right quick.
It's like, when did just making a truly good old fashioned hamburger, when did it turn into, we have to make it where people are addicted to them? It's like, where was the line where shit just went full blown evil? And back when I was a kid, it was like a treat to go to McDonald's. Wasn't like a. I know people that eat there every day. Just because it's convenient. You can pull in and get food. I'm like, dude, that shit is poison. But don't listen to me. I don't know anything. But yeah, way back in the day, I don't think that a McDonald's burger was near as bad for you as it is nowadays. Who knows? I don't know. I don't eat the crap no more, that's for sure. I don't eat none of that stuff. And there's times when I'm hungry and I'm like on the road or something, and it's like, oh man, I could just pull in there and grab a burger. And then I'm like, yeah, or I could also just pull over and bang my head on that tree too. But I'm not going to do either one of them. I was, when I quit eating fast food, I would eat a chicken sandwich from Chick fil A. And then I started reading everything that's in a Chick fil A sandwich. It's like chicken and bread, pickle, and some mayonnaise or whatever. And it's like there should only be like a few key ingredients in there. But when you actually look at the ingredient list in the sandwich, there's like 80 things, none of which you can pronounce. Same with McDonald's. It's like their bread isn't even technically classified as bread. And anything that you can go to the counter and buy it fresh, they put it in a bag and hand it to you. You can take it home and put it on the counter and let it sit there for 3 months and it still looks the same. That shit ain't normal. That is not normal.
Nope.
There's no mold on the spread. If I make
The
a loaf,
blueberries are sus, especially by Family Brand. It is. Those are very suspicious blueberries. You can have that in your refrigerator for like 6 weeks and they're still plump as ever. They're like watery on the inside.
weird. I just bought some blueberries because I make my dog's food and mix up a big pot of it like once every 2 weeks or so. And I put blueberries in it this last time. And supposedly blueberries are supposed to be good for dogs. But I'm looking at them. They're these big fat blueberries.
The
And they're,
cranberry brand has actual little red seeds in them.
hmm,
My mom got some the other day that actually tasted like blueberry. The best have been frozen blueberries in a bag.
yeah.
Then we try to get them like because they're so hit or miss. You gotta try it at the store because like when you make blueberry bread and you're used to the blueberry like staining the lemon bread
Yeah.
purple, and it doesn't. You just have like a little shell of the outside. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's the way these were. They look
Yeah, it's like, where's the blueberry?
yeah, they look like a grape on the inside.
Yes,
Like big
exactly.
grape, but they had a blueberry skin on them. Because I was
Yeah.
eating them up and I was kind of mashing them all up with the dog food, and I'm like, these look like grapes, and dogs aren't supposed to have grapes. I didn't think.
No, they're not.
I don't know. Weird.
And now they just made some other stupid combination fruit that tastes like something else. It's like, can you just make like food
No,
that we're supposed to eat?
no.
It's not spliced with other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been eating pine berries, instead of
Me too. Oh no, pine nuts. I've been eating like pine nuts and like pumpkin seeds, a whole bunch of them.
yeah, pine berries that look like strawberries, but they're kind of white. You know. and the ones I've had
Wait,
are
that's the pineapple strawberry. Isn't that like a spliced something or other?
yeah, it's not normal.
Yeah, I used
Um,
to get those. Then they have like the cotton candy ones.
cotton candy grapes. Yeah,
Yeah, cotton candy grapes.
yeah, those aren't normal either. But if you
No,
look
but
at
I
them,
did buy those. I did buy those and try them.
yeah,
And you knew that it was all wrong, but it's like I still had to try it.
yeah, I've had a few bags of that. Of course, Sam got me to try them, and I'm like, grapes don't normally taste like cotton candy. There's some
Plus,
science.
cotton candy is not derived from nature, at least pine berry. Pineapple and strawberries come from nature. Cotton candy is a flavor, like, you know?
It's just spun sugar. It's just,
Yeah, like,
but
so
they do kind of taste like cotton candy.
the hell it tastes like cotton candy.
I don't know how. I'm sure it's not good for you, but yeah, I've
Of
had them.
course not. But I've tried them.
Yeah, I'd tell Sam, I'm like, these can't be good for you. They're not. This isn't natural. She's like, yeah, but they taste good.
It
Yeah,
doesn't count as fruit. It doesn't count as fruit. Your fruit serving for the day. They're good when they're hella cold, like when it's hot out and you freeze them. But you just have to know it's like the same as eating any other processed crap food.
yeah, lab grown ingredient. Mm. Sharp pain in my fingernail.
So I don't know if I should go first or if you. Oh, hi, hello, Heather. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I could say hello to Heather. Since I get a chat again, should I go first since my nose is like stuffing up pretty quick? Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna have to hit the mute button in a second. The cat's about to use the litter box right
Drop a deuce.
there. Trip a dookie. Okay, this one on the front are pictures. Are little picture boxes. Rob, do you see that camel
Yep,
with the lips?
yep.
Okay, I don't think that's really what they look like, but I did give you like a couple. One of the links is supposed to be like this year's camels, and you can like scroll through the whole. It's like 25 minutes of camel stuff, and then the other one is like a minute something of last year's camels that got disqualified for too many fillers and stuff. So if you wanted to set the bar at knowing what a really good looking camel is supposed to look like, those are the camels that you want to check out.
Did you send me that in Messenger?
I did. Underneath the article, there should be two links.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got it here.
Let me see. Yeah, because I said this goes to the one we could scrub through to show the contestants.
In camel terms,
And we want to, yeah, mute it. Beautiful camels. Okay. All these pictures of California drones. Let's see. The lips, though. 20 camels disqualified. Women beauty contest for Botox fillers and plastic surgery. Oh, that's crazy. They have flavor fruit for the kids that won't. Hey, sister. In recent years, traditional camel beauty contests have become controversial events due to the increasing use of cosmetic procedures to increase the chances of winning. Of course, my nose is stuffed up. Full body and front end PPF. Oh, does that go to. Wait, a fast quote. Uh, Last month, the 2026 Camel Beauty Show Festival was rocked by the disqualification of 20 participants after veterinarians ruled they had been artificially enhanced. Botox, lip fillers, silicone reshaping, and artificial hump inflation were some of the forbidden procedures discovered upon inspection. Camel beauty contests are an important part of Arab tradition. For centuries, camel owners struggled to emphasize features like glossy coats, long, well-set necks, full lips, long eyelashes, and firm humps through selective breeding and grooming, but in recent years, cosmetic enhancements have become very common. Her humps, her lovely little lumps. In this year's Camel Beauty Contest, judges found that some animals had their physical features uh, uh, acosmetically enhanced. Some camels had visible lip fillers, others had Botox to relax their facial muscles, and some participants had visible signs of silicone implants to reshape their noses. Other forbidden enhancements included hip inhalation and growth hormone injections to increase muscle definition. But why would someone turn to cosmetic procedures to enhance the look of their camels? Well, because there's real money to be won for the winner of the Camel Beauty Contest. Owners can make a fortune through sales and breeding rights, so the temperature to use forbidden tactics to increase the chance of winning is pretty high. The ethical implications of cheating are clear enough, but veterinarians warn that cosmetic enhancements pose serious health risks to camels as well. Fillers can trigger chronic inflammation, hormone injections can cause imbalances and fertility problems, while Botox can interfere with chewing and drinking. Oh, yeah, the Botox scandal at Saudi Arabia. That was the other video. So we could see these are the camels that just got disqualified. And then we get to see the Saudi Arabia, like, special camels that got kicked out. I want to see the lip injections for real. They can't look like that.
Get the video pulled up here.
I don't hear you. If you're talking.
I'm trying to get the video.
There you are. Oh.
Where the bloody hell did it go?
Oh no. Gonna pop off running to the grocery stores. Be safe. Be safe, Drake. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay, here we go. Third time's a charm, right? Maybe. Gonna play. God, Jesus, it can't be this hard, can it? Apparently it can. Okay, one more time. Those some pretty camels you got there.
Those are the Saudi Arabia ones from last year that got disqualified. That's where the standard of like fine camel comes in. That's what a fine looking camel is supposed to look like. Why did I do that with my fine looking camel? That's the standards. Look at those nice firm humps.
Camels are some strange animals.
They certainly are. But you can see what they do, like the muscle definition and to extenuate the hump. It looks so snooty and rude.
Yeah.
Don't they like they'd be a butler that's like, what do you want?
You must
And then
use
they
the back entrance.
spit. What? Use the back entrance?
Please use the back entrance.
Yeah, can you please and take your shoes off? Or actually leave them on.
This is a damn camel jockey.
He looks like he's better than everybody. Oh, look, you can't even. They don't like that. Like, what was up? Look at some of these humps. Like that. Humps like wobble and stuff usually. Like, it's. These are like all standing straight up.
Pretty weird.
That's messed up. You don't want to like plump up poor camel's hump. They store what? Don't they store water in their humps?
Beats me. That's the old.
I thought camels store water in their humps. So if you're putting silicone in there,
Who knows? I do some weird shit over there.
the kids are all watching. Like, what are you doing this weekend? We're watching the camel beauty contest,
Went to the camel pageant.
the camel pageant.
Strange. Strangeness.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got their thing, I guess. I mean, we have like the ugliest dog contest.
Yeah.
Um, we have animal contests.
So I looked up the cotton candy grapes real quick, thinking that ain't normal. They can't be good for you.
Yeah.
If you're short on time, here's the quick answer to your question. Cotton candy grapes are not artificially flavored or genetically modified. They are a natural hybrid variety of grapes created through traditional plant breeding techniques, combining different grape species to achieve their distinctive flavor profile. Uh,
How many combinations of grapes does it take to make cotton candy?
yeah, really.
Like, I can't think of a bunch of different grapes in my mouth, eating them all at once, going, that tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah.
But I've never had like a whole variety of grapes in my mouth at once either.
Hmm.
They do have an apple that tastes like strawberries.
I always see those
I
on
get
like,
very intrigued by fruits and vegetables that taste like other things for some reason because it's like such a mind screw
yeah,
at the same time.
yeah. Well, this one I got, it's not about camels or lovely lady lumps.
They had some fine humps on them.
This one is about giant ass scorpions.
Debbie. Oh, oh, oh.
I'm not getting the chat right.
That's where you need to go out with your black light. Do they show up in a black light?
Grape smuggler.
Smuggling grapes and his
It's a banana.
budgie smugglers. Budgie snuggle. What do they call it in Australia? The budgie snugglers.
This is cryptozoologist Dr. Carl Schucker recently received an intriguing email from a man with fascinating story to tell. Fascinating story to tell. Tales of gargantuan scorpions, both in the United States and elsewhere, have been doing the rounds for years, with some stories detailing arachnids measuring as much as a foot or more in length. Holy shizzle, that's a big scorpion. In a recent blog entry, Dr. Carl Sugar, a zoologist and science writer with a keen interest in the field of cryptozoology, reports a detailed correspondence he received from a Florida man who claimed to have encountered giant scorpions back in the 80s. The man had been working a hazardous waste specialist. There's your answer. The man had been working as a hazardous waste specialist at the time and had seen scorpions on a regular basis, particularly while inspecting waste around the Highlands Leather Factory in Sebring, Florida. On one particular occasion, however, he recalled seeing a particularly large specimen, almost a foot in length, quickly scurrying across the floor and out of sight, like a scene out of Alien. Scuttles across the floor. Even the largest known species of scorpion in the U.S., the giant desert hairy scorpion, grows up to only around 14 centimeters in length, approximately half the size of this one. Believing his eyes to be playing a trick on him, the man mentioned the sighting to the factory's owner, who promptly took him in the back room to show him something he had previously caught in a big jar. Incredibly, it turned out to be a scorpion about 10 inches in length. An absolute monster. Even the largest known scorpion in the world, the giant forest scorpion, is smaller than this. The factory where this occurred received hides from countries all over the world, so it's possible these scorpions had hitched a ride from somewhere else. Their huge size, however, certainly raises some interesting questions. Could there be a population of giant exotic scorpions hiding out in North America? You can just read the full story on Shucker's blog. linked below here. I don't have that, but you know, anytime you have strange scorpions and you mix it with hazardous waste, what could happen? I've seen the movies, Toxic Avenger, stuff like that, Return of the Living Dead. More brains.
That's where you want to make sure you shake your shoes out before you put them on.
Yeah, it was funny that picture. I don't know if you saw it. It popped up in my memories. It popped up on Facebook again. It's
What?
some friends of mine in a van. And there's a little blonde-haired kid in the van. We were in Costa Rica. It was 1987, and I remember distinctly. We were like all, getting ready to go to bed that night, and I was like, I had a bed, but a few of us had like our board bags. They're padded bags, and we were using them as like sleeping mats. And being that Garvin was the little kid amongst the group, he got one of the board bags to sleep on, and we are getting ready to go to sleep, and he said something about, I hope there ain't no spiders in here. And one of my friends that was with us was like, no, there's no spiders, but there are some big, huge scorpions. Just make sure they don't crawl in bed with you.
Oh, shite.
He was freaking out.
Oh, my God.
Totally lost his mind.
Those are no joke.
Yeah. I came
Ooh,
home.
they go right through your jeans, that prong.
Mm, yeah. Had a friend of mine that was, we were chopping wood, chopping broccoli. Now we were chopping wood, and yeah, all of a sudden he's screaming. He's like screaming, Scorpion! He's ripping off his clothes. And somehow Scorpion had like got on the inside of his shirt and like nailed
No!
3 or 4
No!
parts.
Holy shit!
But I remember I came home from a
You
kite.
ripping that off as fast as they can, probably. Get the fucking shit off of me, man.
Remember coming home from a kite buggy event. I was out in Nevada at
Where
uh,
was it though?
Lake Lake Ivanpah out in Nevada, and
No, on the dude.
I was on his back. Somehow climbed under his t-shirt up his back and then stung him.
How'd you get off his back?
When he ripped his shirt off, it came off. But
Oh, Jesus.
it was only a
Okay.
little scorpion like that.
Still.
But yeah, I came home from a kite buggy event out at the dry lake out there, Lake Ivanhoe. Apparently, I must have brought a scorpion home with me. And I came in the bedroom and I put my bag down. It was all dusty and dirty from being on the lake for a week. And
Oh,
apparently,
wow.
it crawled in bed, and
In your bed?
it was like 7:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden Darcy's like flipping out, freaking stung the shit out of her.
What?
Yeah,
You brought a scorpion home
I
in
must
your
have-
bed and it stung Darcy.
well, it was in my bag, but apparently it crawled out and got in the bed. I mean, unless it just,
What happened to Darcy?
yeah, she wasn't feeling too good, but she caught it. She caught the scorpion, and then kept it for like 6 months in a little
You
tank.
fed it and stuff after?
Yeah.
And then what?
I don't know whatever happened to that thing. She took it out and turned it loose or something. That's the only thing I can think. I mean, there are scorpions out there where we used to live, but because I saw a couple other, they're like little ones, but who knows? Maybe it came home in my bag from being out in the desert for a week. Who knows?
Did she have to take like heck of antibiotics and stuff?
No.
Like,
But
what do you do for a scorpion bite? Like, deal with it?
yeah, pretty much. Is she in here? Is she in the chat room? Maybe she can say what it felt like.
Yeah, that is like crazy. And to be woken up like that,
Yeah.
like,
Hello.
oh,
Good morning. Good
like,
morning, Scorpio.
holy crap, a scorpion's in my bed. I just woke up to a scorpion in my bed, biting me,
Yeah, we didn't know.
stinging me.
I was like going to work that morning and I was like scared to leave. I'm like, you sure you're going to be okay? Not going to come home. You're going to be.
She's such a true. She's so strong, man. She's such a true. I swear. She's like, I got it.
Scorpion.
I gotta be so careful with Vicks around the cats. I found out it's like highly toxic and poisonous. You know how I like rub it all over my hands for like my cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
I found out because when my cats got sick, because I had some on my hand and I gave them their treats, so they ate it. I found out that XI, Xanol, X, whatever word that's in that, and like mentholyptus cough drops and stuff is like totally toxic to cats. So my cat got totally poisoned by it. I use it all the time, and I have to be so careful not to get none of it on the cat. Yeah, I thought you could. Well, if it gets to your heart, like if the scorpion, like if the bite poison vein starts, it depends how far away the bite is from your heart and how fast that line starts going towards your heart. And if you can stop it beforehand, same with like black widows. I don't know, Venom's different. Did you ever used to watch that show on Venom?
Yeah.
How they
Venom.
showed all the different Venoms?
I had a couple of friends that were on that show.
Yeah. They're like, so and so just got bit. At this moment, the inside of his leg is, and then they show you like this horrible diagram of it's like, oh no. And then you're like, that's the worst. I never want to get that kind of venom. Okay. What do we got next, buddy boy? Sitting here next to the. And I want to say before they talk about, well, I guess this still could be the first dragon, but we have like dragons right now. They're reptiles. They're like these little flying dragon lizards that have wings. I didn't put a picture on here,
Jesus lizards.
but you know what I'm talking about, Rob?
Yep.
The little lizards that have wings.
The wizards with wings.
The wizards with wings. I always thought they looked like little dragons, but this could be the first dragon. New dinosaur from million years may have been the first dragon. That's what that number is, right? 95 million. A new species of dinosaur known as the hell heron has fantasy fans believing that Game of Thrones style dragons could have once terrorized our planet. A mysterious dragon like skull uncovered by scientists in the Sahara has people wondering if it was a fire breathing beast or, thanks to its horn, some kind of Jurassic unicorn. While officially flying reptiles grabbing villagers and torching castles have never existed, it is thought that these legends evolved from people's spottles in the wild. The bones were discovered by University of Chicago paleontologist Paul Sereno and his team. Foot right up a dog's. I definitely think that ancients encountered at least a couple of things like this because this is definitely a dragon, one person claimed on social media. Definitely a dragon. Oh, and then they had some other like fantasy drawings I didn't put on there. But it's like fantasy drawings of like people next to like these beasts. North America, Cerrito ended up meeting a local Tuareg band who led them on his motorbike deep into the center of the Sahara, where he had seen huge fossil bones. With night closing in and time running out before having to return, the team found a set of teeth and jaw bones from this new species of Spinosaurus. Publishing their work in the Journal of Science, scientists estimated there were 10 to 17 different species of this prehistoric predator. The teams say the finding of the Spinosaurus mirabilis is the first new spinosaurid species discovered in more than a century. This find was so sudden and amazing, it was really emotional for our team, he said in a statement. Reconstructions of the skull have revealed more than a passing similarity with the mythical fire-breathing creatures. I'll forever cherish the moment in camp when we crowded around a laptop to look at the new species for the first time, he added. Spinosaurid teeth found not far from the shoreline had led some experts to hypothesize that these fish eaters may have been fully aquatic, but the most recent discovery miles inland makes scientists believe it was more of a wader. I envisioned this dinosaur as a king of hell heron that had no problem wading in on its sturdy legs onto 2 meters of water, but probably spent most of its time stalking shallower traps for the many large fish of the day, Sereno said. At the end of the Xenio whatever period, about 95 million years ago, the uprise in sea level and climate change brought the Spinosaurus era to an untimely end. But despite its tragic demise, the replicas will join the dinosaur exhibit in the Chicago Children's Museum next month, letting kids feel the excitement of new discoveries. That's the key to ensuring the next generation of scientists. Blah, blah, blah.
It's interesting. It'd be cool to
It
find.
is. I'll give you one of the pictures of, like, one of the drawings is lame because it's like, why would there be like a lady? The success of the House of the Dragon. And then there's this one showing them like eating some sort of a fish. Saved the photos. A desperately unlucky fish. Yeah, it shows what 2 of them would have looked like eating a fish. But the hump on the head is a trip.
Yeah.
I always think it's like one of those like, move, bitch, get out the way, bitch. Just use the head and like, boom, knock him right out of the way. I always wish I had that on the front of the car.
There you go.
Oh, Darcy. Darcy's there. She said it hurt. Stung her twice. Tingling arm, took some Benadryl, all good. See, she is the shit. Twice. Oh,
Yeah, like I say, I don't know if it came out of my bag or just came in the house somehow. I don't know. We were expecting my bag because I was out in the desert for a week.
she's such a trooper, such a tough trooper. She's like, Scorpion. I don't need no stinking scorpion.
Mm.
And I kept it for a couple of weeks. Bootsy, baby.
Yeah, how long did you keep that scorpion? A couple weeks, couple months, 6 months, a year. I can't
Did
remember.
it glow under the UV light?
I don't know.
What's the matter, Bootsy, baby? Oh, I had to take her back to the vet again today.
How's she doing after this last round?
She's like walking around now.
That's good.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Everything. I don't like to really talk about it on air, but and then they didn't put her damn blanket back in the. I get home. It's like, where's her little blanket? They had like paper towels in there, but her little fuzzy blanket's gone. So I have to like leave 2 messages. Nobody says anything. Just like the 2 messages, ask him to look at the picture. Does this look right to you? I don't hear anything for 2 days. This morning, oh, the doctor wants you to. Oh!
What was that?
Oh, oh. Uh oh. Um, what happened? Oh, well, Bootsy. Wow, what happened? Okay, now we're gonna take this off of the bed. Moose, come here. Give me this. Give me this. We're taking this away. Wow. Um. Oh. I'm losing my mind, man. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
It wasn't ketchup squirting from a bottle.
Oh,
Lucky I have 3 layers of things on the bed.
oh, damn.
She was gonna go in her box. She did. All of a sudden, she went back there. I saved it all. I saved it, but You don't know when things are going to happen.
Mm.
I just want her to be okay, and I want this surgery to hold up. No, they're not good sounds. It did not sound good. She had a prolapse. They took her stitches out after 5 days. Way too early. The minute I got her home, it fell out again. I had to put her right back in the box, take her back, then put her right back into surgery again. She was already healing. We had to restart all the healing all over again on Friday. Um, Brought her in today so they could double check her again. It's a lot of work.
No doubt.
Yeah. Poor baby. She's so good about things too. She like got up this morning all happy, like do do do. Let's go with her little happy flower head. And I'm like, sorry, Boot, we have to put you in a box and go put you back where you hate it. Because if this doesn't hold up, then it's going to be a way different surgery. Anyhow, back to the footy stuff or the weird stuff.
Could the infamous Majestic 12 papers have been real all along? Those are, I told you so.
Yeah.
Documents pertaining to a shadowy UFO organization known as the Majestic 12 may hold more than it's previously thought. I know, kidding. The idea that there could be clandestine group of government officials, no, not ever. Military leaders and scientists investigated set up in secret to investigate UFOs and alien visitation, the stuff that doesn't exist. Might seem like something straight out of the X Files, yet rumors of such organizations have persisted for years. Back in the 1980s, a trove of documents pertaining to Majestic 12 began circulating around, leading to suggestions that the group had been set up in 1947 by President Harry S. Truman. You know, back when supposedly alien spaceships crashed. But then they said, no, it's just a weather balloon. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Need to see here, move along.
The entire thing was later declared a hoax by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Yet rumors continued to persist, some believing the Majestic 12 was in fact the real deal. Recently, new claims have begun to circulate suggesting correlations have been discovered between the file numbers and the administrative stamps on the original documents and genuine CIA cases from the 1940s and 50s that have since been declassified and released to the public. Trouble is, the investigator who came to this conclusion has decided to remain anonymous. According to reports, only connection to him is UFO researcher Ryan Wood, who provided physical copies of the original Majestic 12 files from the 1980s. He's doing a great job, Wood told the Daily Mail. He's digging in the right spots and doing a good job of the historical research. It's definitely on point and logical, fair, and highly credible. As things stand, even if there are file numbers and stamps in the Majestic 12 files which match those of genuine CIA documents, it doesn't mean that those files and what's claimed inside them are real. We still lack any other tangible evidence that might prove their credibility. I don't know, kind of like, the Epstein files. Just because they're named in there doesn't mean they're actually dangerous. They're never going to give us the truth about anything.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, just enough to get you by. Just enough to make you keep coming back for more.
And like keep people still talking about like the little bits of breadcrumb.
Yeah. I smell just enough breadcrumbs that remind
I
me.
saw your post, Debbie. I really wanted to get in touch with you. I was thinking about you and going crazy back and forth, but have them on my prayer handle still. I'm gonna be thinking about you tomorrow and sending lots of healing energy and hugs your way.
Yeah.
And lots of love and light to you and your family.
Tell your ma, your weirdo friends are thinking about it. Yeah, that back and forth thing to the hospital, man. I think that'll drain you. Not to mention just the worrying and everything else, and just traffic and going to and from the hospital. I hate anything to do with the hospital. I feel terrible. Like when my friends, like my brother was in the hospital and I didn't even go see him in the hospital because I just freaking hate the hospital so much.
It's never like for a good thing. Like unless somebody's having a baby or something. Normally you don't go for it anyway. It's like you're not going to the hospital for a good time.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how stuffed up I am. Do you think
Stuffy.
I'll be able to read that? Okay, let's see. Ooh, God. What if it's something not good that might have burned a hole through my nose? No, don't take off with my cord, baby girl. Okay, so we have the abandoned theme park. Uh-oh, here comes the Bootsy again. Uh-oh, I should probably go get another towel from the garage, but abandoned themes and past, one of the world's most haunted sites. And I don't think I'm too familiar with this one. Like, it didn't ring a bell when I was kind of skimming through it, unless I've seen something on it and I just totally forgot. Um, an abandoned amusement park in West Virginia, described by the Mercer County Convention and Visitors Bureau as one of the world's most haunted places, sits on land shaped by violence, tragedy, and decades of local folklore. Has anybody been to? You, I know a couple people like Renee. She, I think she's in West Virginia. A few people from from Virginia. If you've been to this amusement park. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park has become a national curiosity. Its story, which blends documented history with persistent legend, reflects how places tied to real tragedy can take on a second life through folklore and tourism. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park, located in Mercer County near the town of Rock, has been closed for decades. Once a popular summer destination for families, is now best known for its reputation as a haunted site shaped by generations of tragedy along the Bluestone River. Over time, the abandoned rides and overgrown grounds became a focal point for ghost stories and paranormal themed tourism. Today, the rusty Ferris wheel and swing set remain standing surrounded by vegetation and the remains of ticket booths and pathways. Visits to the site are typically limited to guided tours arranged in advance. According to historical records, the park originally opened in 1926 as a family-oriented attraction serving nearby coal mining communities. Before any rides were built, however, the land had a far older history. Multiple sources document that the site was the location of a violent frontier-era attack in 1983 involving the family of settler Mitchell Clay. During that incident, 3 of Clay's children were killed or captured during a raid. Oops, I have to open it again. Oh. Incident, 3 of Clay's children were killed or captured during a raid attributed to a group of Shawnee Native Americans. Entrepreneur Conley Trigg Snido Sr. later purchased the property and developed it into an amusement park. According to historical accounts, the park featured a Ferris wheel, swing rides, a swimming area, a dance hall, concession stands, and cabins for overnight stays. For many local families, Lake Shawnee was remembered as a popular summer destination rather than a place of fear. That reputation began to change after a series of fatal accidents occurred during the park's operation. According to reports, 2 drowning deaths occurred on the property, along with the death of a young girl who was struck by a delivery truck while riding the park's swing ride. The park ultimately failed a health inspection and closed in the late 1960s. After sitting unused for years, the property changed hands again in the 1980s. Gaylord White, a former park employee, briefly reopened the site in 1987, but rising insurance costs forced it to shut permanently in 1988. In the early 1990s, architectural work conducted by researchers from Marshall University uncovered Native American artifacts and burial remains on the property. 13 skeletons, mostly of elderly individuals and children, were documented during the excavation, according to historical summaries. That discovery added another documented layer to the site's history and helped fuel its reputation as a place tied to unresolved tragedy. Mercer Mercer County Convention Bureau said on its website, known as one of the world's most haunted places, Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park is a place where mystery hangs in the air. Stories passed down by word of mouth recall a frontier era tragedy, an ancient burial ground, and an eerie amusement park left behind. The site draws historians and curious minds alike, all wondering what truth lies within the folklore. You'll have to see it for yourself. I've never been there.
Yeah, I haven't been to that.
Maybe it might be interesting, like to try to get EVPs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a place here that there's a couple places here that there used to be a 6-gun territory. Anybody have one of those near them? And back in the day, there used to be one of those here a long time ago. I remember going to it as a kid, and it's all it was closed down. Blah blah blah. It's all housing developments now. And then there was a place just right down the road from me that used to it's been several different things. It was this kind of an amusement park, and it was abandoned for years. And they had all these big dinosaurs and stuff out there, and triceratops and all kinds of dinosaurs that were in there. And I screwed up because I wanted to go there because I knew like it sat abandoned for years. I don't know how many years it sat there abandoned. Big wall around it, and no trespassing sign. And I wanted to go in there, and then there was like the gate came down, and again I wanted to go in there, and then I knew they were going to start developing it, so yeah, they cleared all the stuff out of there. I wanted to go in there, one kind of paranormally, and two, I wanted to take my metal detector in there because it used to be this old attraction park, and I figured people have dropped all kinds of change and rings and jewelry and everything in there over the last 40, 50 years. And I never went out there with my metal detector, and now it's completely filled over and built these shitty townhouse apartments.
Already? Damn.
Oh yeah, it's all completely, yeah, it's all completely built. There's people living there already.
We used to get on the notification list for the city of like Alameda County for when they rip up the roads and everything because they built so much of this stuff, especially San Francisco, over like the dumps, like after the earthquakes and the fires, stuff like that. And when you go and they dig up the roads, you find like all these bottles and like block top bottles and like pottery, all sorts of things. And so we used to go out there like as soon as it's like, okay, they're out there digging it up. Then you run out at night and you try to like go and grab what you can with before other people get it.
Yeah.
But they don't send out like the notifications like they used to.
Yeah. Hmm.
Plus, I'm not going to be out there right now, like at 3 in the morning, digging through like the street by myself anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that time of my life is probably past. At least, like, not by myself standing in a ditch.
Yeah, times were different 20 years ago, for sure. Yeah, there's a place I used to be into digging bottles big time, and my cousin, he still does it. He knows some places around here that are really good for that. Now, the place I used to go is I remember digging there like on a daily basis and just finding like just tons of stuff. And I know there's still tons of stuff there because they came and bulldozed all this dirt over where everybody
Oh,
was digging, and then they paved over it. There's a bank there now and a parking lot. So I know all that stuff is still there. Still be a great place to dig, but you can't dig there anymore. It's all
there's a spot where there was all sorts of things, but like because so much time has passed, and I think they destroyed some more stuff on purpose. Like the tides went out. The stuff was more broken, and most of the good stuff's gone. But I used to go out there with like the long poles and just like walk around and like dip the poles down into the sand and like find like these full on bottles out here in the hills
yeah.
where the mine shafts are. There's like 1970 dumps and other things like that. But oh, and 1800s, like if you can find an outhouse, so you take like the poles, and you can like stick them down. You usually hear like the tap tap of the glass.
Yeah.
Looking for bottles. I used to love bottle digging,
I gotta
bottle
dig.
hunting.
Yeah, I need to dig in my backyard because I've taken the metal detector out there and it goes off, but there's a lot of junk in the ground. Just metal, tin, whatever,
Mm,
pop tops.
pull tabs.
Mm, yeah, but my backyard is full of like broken glass and stuff. So I'm wondering what this property used to be. I just need to go out there and dig one day and take a hole and find out. Who knows?
Do you get the little box nails?
The what?
The little rusty like box nails?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there.
You should, because if we have them, you should have them.
So this next thing, I don't really have an article, but I talked about this a little bit, like I don't know, last week or the week before. Who remembers? Who knows what this guy is from?
Monopoly. Oh no, McDonald's. The McDonald's runaway game, Monopoly.
Well, yeah, they had a Monopoly game, and yeah, this is the what's his name, Mister Moneybags or whatever from Monopoly. Yeah, but this is the Monopoly man that everybody remembers. But Monopoly says their Monopoly man never had a monocle. How many people remember the Monopoly man with a monocle? Just like he is right here. This is the one of those Mandela effect things.
I don't know. Let me see without it. I just think like it's reminding me of when McDonald's would play Monopoly and they had like their version of a cartoon. I have to do something about that, huh?
There's Monopoly man without the monocle.
Wait, let me see. Here, come here. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have it. And we're getting it mixed up with Mr. Peanut.
Yep, Mr. Peanut has a monocle. So one, there's like dozens of these.
I think we're getting a cross message because I almost want to say no, he didn't have the monocle.
See, Linda says he had a monocle. Starseed says I do. She remembers.
Wait, she remembers the monocle?
Yeah, I remember him with a monocle.
You remember the monocle?
But if he
I don't really remember. I'm just guessing because
if he didn't have a monocle,
I think
why
Mr. Peanut's
why
messing with me.
why do I remember him with a monocle? Am I getting it confused with the Planner's Peanut guy?
Yeah, because it's like, oh
Why?
yeah, a monocle.
Yeah, like, but why? I mean,
I mean,
here's
because he looks like
there's the like a colored version without a monocle. So it's like,
really.
they
Turn
keep
like
talking
the
about
AI on the phone and see what happens.
they keep
And it
talking about
says,
the Mandela effect and like a time shift, like 1988 something happened, 2012 something happened. And it's like if we remember these things so strongly, and they weren't that way, it's like, why do we remember them a certain way?
see, I
Or
remember the monocle, but I remember it on the Monopoly game for like McDonald's, like as a cartoon at the top of like a page with a monocle. Like I picture like the monocle in that cartoon on that shiny paper, like where you get the little map and stuff. Like that's what that looks like to me. Maybe we could look at McDonald's Monopoly play sheet. I played a lot of Monopoly too.
okay, let me look
You're kind of low.
that up.
There you go.
Okay, the first one I pulled up, Monopoly Man on the McDonald's thing. Nope, that's a game. Where's the McDonald's? McDonald's Singapore Monopoly doesn't have Mr. Moneybags with a monocle.
Oh, 1987. The promotion. McMillian scandal.
So none of these have him with a monocle.
You're right. What's that right there?
This one,
Yeah.
that's the first picture I was showing.
Oh, it's like, I don't know, man. I can't really say I remember enough to really have an opinion. Because I feel like that running away with the bag was like on something.
I'm gonna have to pull out my old ass Monopoly game and look on it. 'Cause, yeah, I think the Monopoly guy was on like the get out of jail free card maybe or something. I don't know.
Like the commercial, like not the commercial, the board, the quarter and stuff. I always played Monopoly like at the grocery stores and stuff, like just thinking, well, just in case.
Yep.
Might as well. I get all these little tags. Like, what, the least I can do is just stick all these damn stamps on, and you just never know.
See, like the Planters peanut guy.
That's even had a freaking controversy if he had one or not, too, right?
Well, I
Did they have
remember
a
I remember him having one, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's not a Mandela. You're getting them confused with the peanut guy." But the peanut guy is yellow. It's like totally different looking than the Monopoly man. It's like, how could you get those two confused? And he's a peanut. He's Mister.
he's a peanut, the other guy's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do you get Mister Peanut and Mister Moneybags from Monopoly
Because
confused?
they both have a hat and and a stick.
So yeah, I don't know. You can buy a
You
bobblehead.
just automatically associate them with signs of authority, symbols of authority, because they have a monocle and a hat.
Or do they have a monocle? That's the
I
question.
don't know, or do they?
That's the question. There's video of bobblehead Mr. Peanut. You can buy them on eBay right now for $25.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So yeah, I don't know. So here's one. Yeah, does everybody remember Curious George
Of
cartoon?
course.
Okay, Curious George is a monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, does Curious George have a tail, or does Curious George not have a tail?
Oh, shoot. I want to say yeah, because some of the cartoons he was drawn with a tail, but I think sometimes he was drawn without one.
Think back to your childhood when you read Curious George books or watch the cartoon on TV. Do you remember a tail? If you do, you may be
Y-
secretly a time traveler bouncing between
Yeah, he
parallel.
had like that long tail that went like this.
Curious George has never had a tail. Now you may find yourself saying, bullshit. Yes, he does. Supposedly, Curious George has never had a tail. I always thought he had a tail because he's a freaking monkey. I don't know. Does he or doesn't he? Did he?
I'm trying to think, am I getting it
Did,
mixed up? Because I do remember sometimes where there's like a little nub tail, like a little circle on some like books or cartoons. And then sometimes he had like the long wavy one where he's like happy and leaping and his tail's all flowing behind him. But I can't remember, was that Curious George or am I getting it mixed up with another monkey with the tail? Would he grab it with the tail?
hmm.
And I used to read Curious George books to kids like 20 years ago. I don't really remember.
Okay, maybe you remember this. You ever remember seeing those commercials with Publishers Clearinghouse, Ed McMahon out on the front porch with a check from Publishers Clearinghouse? Who wanted to win that sweepstakes? Remember Ed McMahon? Used to be on the Johnny Carson show. anybody remember Johnny Carson. Yeah, I played a lot of Monopoly too, and I would put money on it that mm, I always call him the Monocle Man. His name was like something else, Penny McPenny Bags or something, McMoney Bags. But yeah, Ed McMahon, the Publishers Clearinghouse, $1 million check. Well, if you remember Ed McMahon was that, you might be a time traveler too, or suffering the Mandela effect, because according to Publishers Clearinghouse, Ed McMahon was never associated with them whatsoever. He was associated with alarm. It's 2 a.m. He endorsed American Family Publishers, which was a rival sweepstakes promotion.
Oh yeah, I remember them saying that, but I remember him being in Publishers Clearinghouse. I still say he was part of Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah,
I remember it clear as day.
yeah, it's weird. So, like, the other famous Mandela effect was it the Berenstein Bears or the Berenstein Bears?
I don't know. I used to just say the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah, I call them the Bernstein Bears, exactly. Okay, you remember the movie Gremlins?
Oh God, yeah.
I was just wearing a Gremlin shirt, I think yesterday. What was you remember the main gremlin in the movie? Do you remember what his name was?
Gizmo.
No,
Oh wait,
the bad gremlin.
shoot, I forgot.
Was it Spike? He was the one with like the little mohawk and the real evil look.
Yeah, and like the ears, right? They had like the stupid ears, the skinny one.
Yeah. Supposedly everybody remembers him as Spike. That's what I thought his name. I would have put money his name was Spike,
He's a
but it
little
wasn't Spike.
effer.
Wasn't Spike. It was Stripe. Kind of sound the same. How many
I
people remember?
remember the grandma, but I don't remember his name. I thought he was a little effer.
Yeah. Risky Business. Remember that movie? Tom
Yeah,
Cruise. Remember the part where Tom Cruise comes sliding in his underwear and a white shirt with
and
sunglasses?
his socks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
White shirt, white underwear,
iconic scene.
dark sunglasses.
Douchebaggery and everything.
That's what I remember in that movie, but they said in that movie Tom Cruise is not wearing any sunglasses during that
I
scene.
was just gonna say, wait, sunglasses. I kind of remember sunglasses.
But what movie is this from? Hello, Clarice.
Well, okay, go back to like Saturday Night Live where they make fun of that scene and they redo the skit. They would do it as close to what the original was. So it's like, I wonder, did they put glasses in their skit or not?
Hmm.
Because they could change some stuff, but they can't always change everything. Or could they? Yeah, she Linda says he has sunglasses. I kind of remember sunglasses. And like, did he do a thing or no? Like he slid and he was like, yeah, I'm Tom Cruise and I'm in my t-shirt and my socks and like I'm just too cool.
Okay, in Saturday Night Live, he wasn't wearing sunglasses.
Wow. What year was that? Hey
1993.
Nate. Oh. Hmm.
So I wonder if this is why. Wait a minute. Stop. Stop. I wonder why. And I wonder if this is why we all remember him wearing sunglasses because in the actual picture for the movie, which is right here, risky business, he's wearing those sunglasses.
Oh.
And let me wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. What is this one? This is what I remember. Comes sliding in his underwear and his white shirt. Turns around and he's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Wait, did that have glasses?
Yeah,
That's what I thought. That's what I remember. So what are they saying that didn't happen?
they're saying that never happened.
That right there?
Yep, he's wearing glasses in the poster for the movie, but they're saying it never happened. That scene never happened in the movie. So I don't know.
I think they're messing with us.
Yeah, I mean something's happening. You know, Mandela effect or not, if it never happened, if it truly never happened, you know, it, how is Oscar Mayer? Remember Oscar Mayer? Remember the song, the Wiener Mobile, and all that?
Yep.
Is it Oscar Mayer, Mayer, or is it Oscar Mayer, Meyer? A lot of people say it's Meyer. But if you remember the song, I baloney has a first name. It's Ocar. My baloney has a second name. It's Mayer.
Oh.
But yet, tons of people say no. It's spelled Meyer. And if it is, I mean, you go to Ostermeyer right now, and it's Mayer. But why do people remember it being spelled Meyer?
Yeah, you're right.
What is happening? I mean, if it's that way, why would some people? Why would not just a couple of people, but a vast amount of people remember these things that supposedly never happened?
Well, I think there's just that many people that have false like memories that group up together and they'll just say that they're like right and they form a club and
I'm part of them because I remember some of that stuff, and I don't think I'm in a club.
no, I mean the people that say it doesn't happen
I don't know.
because I say it does happen, like the
Remember
glasses.
how many of you are familiar with the song by Queen, "We Are the Champions"?
Yes.
At the very end of the song, it's like, it's, "We are the champions, we are the champions, blah 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 blah, blah. We are the champions." Da, da, da. What is the last words of that song?
Of the world? Wait.
Yeah, that's what most everybody remembers. Very end of the song. "We are the champions of the world." Nope, that supposedly never happened. Those words aren't in the end of the song. Why does everybody remember it that way? Did something really happen? Did
And I
someone?
also remember like the piano music and they're like da 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 da
Yeah,
da da.
yeah, exactly. Special power. That's the way I remember it because of that song. But weird. Yeah, like Heather says, the Fruit of the Loom logo. Does it have the cornucopia, or is it just a bunch of fruit? I remember it plainly as having the the,
Cornucopia.
the wicker looking cornucopia thing.
Yes.
Fruit of the Loom says that's never been in their logo.
And then I
Never.
remember when it changed.
They said it was never there to begin with.
Well, it was. They're full of it. They could just pretend it never happened all they want, but some of us remember.
Well,
You
it's just like
can't,
that movie
you
about the
can't
genie.
gaslight all of us.
That movie with the genie, Sinbad was in it. That movie that never existed.
They
How
can't
many
gaslight all of us.
how many people saw that movie and remember seeing that movie?
Yeah, you brought that one up, Nate. It's true.
This movie right here. I even got a picture of this one. That movie, and I probably might even have the VHS of it somewhere. Sinbad in the movie Shazam. Here it is, the VHS tape. That's the cover of it. There's a
I
picture of
wouldn't be surprised.
that movie. Has never was never made supposedly. How many people saw it? How many people remember seeing it?
Yeah.
But it never existed. How can there be pictures of it if it never existed?
That's like pissing on our leg and telling us it's raining.
I'm just trying to figure out if it truly never existed, if the Monopoly man never had a monocle, you know, why do we remember it that way? Not everybody, but the vast majority of people remember things, and they say they the companies even say that no, that we've never had that in our logo. We've never had that. That movie's never been made. Bullshit, I saw it.
Maybe because, well, could some of it be a false memory? Like, because we saw the argument side of it, and then we thought, like, wait, I think I did see it like that.
I mean, I find myself questioning things, but then when I just
Or are
think,
we always remembering it? It depends, like, where I see it. It helps me, like, narrow, like, was I influenced? Or do I think I really remember that?
I really think I remember the Monopoly man, that Monopoly man right there.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna go look. My mom has two Monopoly boxes. An old one,
Yeah,
I think, in the closet, and then like the Livermore game out there. I kind of want to take a picture of the
yeah.
covers.
I've got an old one out there, and then I've got a St. Augustine
This is
Monopoly.
like the original, like 1970s
Yeah,
freaking Monopoly box. You have a St. Augustine one too?
yeah.
We have a Livermore one. It's never been played, but it's got like all the Livermore. I mean, shops have changed a lot by then, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know what to think anymore. Did we really go to the moon? I don't know. There's a big discrepancy about when did Neil Armstrong die.
that's true.
Yeah, supposedly 1988 something happened. Supposedly 2012 something happened. You know, is it a CERN thing?
Don't do it.
Did CERN certainly did they certainly mess us up?
Life was cool. Do they what?
Did they certainly mess us up somehow? I mean, who knows?
Possibly.
Who knows? You know, it's going around a 42-mile track of atoms smashing into each other. And who knows what's going to happen? They don't know, but yeah, they continue to experiment. We could
That
end
they
the world,
do.
but we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna just go ahead and wing it and see what happens. We may tear a hole in the universe, but we got band aids. We got duct tape and baling wire. We can fix it. MacGyver works for us. Well, anyways, that's enough. I can talk about the Mandela effect all night and keep bringing up more and more and more examples.
That means I gotta go get the cat medicine and do the rounds.
Rounds of the cats. Find a monocle free Monopoly man. What if you find a Monopoly man with a monocle?
What if I find one with and one without? Which is what I think is going to be what happens. I bet you the old one has and the new one doesn't.
Hmm,
But I'm going to go take a peek right now.
cool. We'll have updates next week's Weird Wednesday. Does the monocle man exist?
Yeah, board game night was cool. Blessings to everybody.
All right. Y'all have a good rest of the week, and we'll catch you later on down the road. Next Weird Wednesday. Coming up next Wednesday.
Oh, and no show Sunday.
Yep. So, thanks for hanging out with us as always. Love you guys, and good night.